Have you ever experienced this contradiction? You chant sutras diligently every morning and evening, make offerings, perform good deeds, even practice generosity and release life, but your inner troubles only seem to grow heavier. Have you wondered why your life does not get smoother despite all your efforts in spiritual practice? Why do anger, anxiety, and sadness still rise easily in your heart? Welcome back to our channel, your sanctuary, where we use the Buddha's wisdom to illuminate the confusions of life. Today, we explore a question almost every practitioner faces on their journey. Why do my troubles not lessen even though I chant so many sutras and worship the Buddha so sincerely? This dilemma is far from rare. Many have been disheartened by it, questioning the effectiveness of Buddhism or even abandoning their practice, thinking it's merely self-comfort. Yet the Buddha gave a clear answer over 2000 years ago. Chanting sutras and prostrating are not ends in themselves, but tools to receive the mind. If your practice is mechanical chanting without understanding why, repeating without internalizing the teachings, then it's no different from empty words without meaning. Imagine sowing seeds in a field repeatedly, but never tending the soil, never watering, never nurturing. Naturally, no crops will grow. The same is true for spiritual practice. The seeds of merit must be cultivated with insight and genuine effort. Let's begin with why so many people chant sutras and worship the Buddha but remain troubled. The core reason is that Buddhism becomes a formality instead of a living experience. For example, someone may recite the Path Sutra every morning for 10 years but never truly grasp the wisdom of form is emptiness, emptiness is form. When conflicts arise, their heart still suffers and clings. Their recitation has become just rote repetition rather than heart-transforming wisdom. Another common scenario is performing hundreds of prostrations or chanting thousands of Buddha names daily, yet stepping outside the temple to return to complaining, jealousy, anger, and selfishness. The merit from bowing is quickly washed away by a troubled mind. The Buddha is not a deity you beseech to solve your problems. He's a teacher showing you the path to see your suffering's root and escape it. Have you ever thought about why the Buddha encouraged us to chant sutras? Is it because the texts themselves hold some mystical power? Not entirely. The true power lies not in the words, but in whether you understand their meaning, apply their lessons to your actions, and let the Dharma become a mirror reflecting your mind. When you chant, does any line touch your heart? Do you ask yourself whether your thoughts and behaviors align with that teaching? This process is the real turning of the Dharma wheel and the essence of true practice. Many treat Buddhism like a shelter, a checklist, or a task to complete. They may have worshipped for years, but never reached their own heart's depth. They may have chanted millions of names, but never awakened to their own nature. The Buddha repeatedly taught, do no evil, cultivate good, purify the mind. These 8 characters sum up the path. If you only chant without stopping evil deeds, worries will continue. If you worship without training your heart, suffering will not diminish. True liberation comes not from vocalizing Buddha's name but from the rising of awareness, the ability to let go, and the compassionate deeds flowing from your heart. A lay practitioner once shared how he chanted sutras every morning and evening without fail, but once lost his temper and shouted at colleagues at work. He felt deep regret and sought guidance from an elder teacher. The teacher calmly said, "It is not that your practice is useless, but that you have not practiced in the right place. Your mouth moves, but your heart has never been involved." This sharp but truthful observation shows how many are trapped by outer forms and forget the essential inner observation. Buddhism teaches us to cultivate the mind. If your mind remains restless, impulsive, grasping, and self-centered, no amount of chanting or bowing will generate true power. Remember, the Buddhist scriptures are not to be memorized for show, but to be used for insight and transformation. When you recite the Diamond Sutra, Do you notice your attachment to self, others, lifespan? When you read the Anattha Sutra, do you understand that the Pure Land is not an external realm but your mind's purity right now? Buddhism calls for practicing according to the teachings. The purpose of chanting is to learn the Dharma, use the Dharma, and transform these teachings into daily behaviors. Are you more compassionate and less calculating with others? More tolerant and less resentful in conflicts? Calm instead of anxious under work pressure? If your answer is yes, congratulations, your practice is effective and alive. If not, it's time to examine if you have strayed from the right direction. Chanting sutras is not a talisman or a magic ticket for good fortune, it is a tool for awakening. The Buddha said, when the mind is pure, the land is pure. Wherever you are, if your mind is pure, that place is a pure land. If your mind is unsettled, even a temple will be full of troubles. True chanting is mindfulness in daily life. Reciting Buddha's name in difficulties, not craving in success, not resenting in adversity, maintaining compassion and clarity at every moment. Thank you for joining this deep reflection today. Remember, chanting and worshipping without understanding the heart is hollow, but when you bring your awareness, insight, and transformation into your practice, every word becomes alive and healing. Please share your experiences and thoughts below. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe to support our community. Thank you for watching this video, and we look forward to continuing this journey together.